Hello again, and welcome to the next battle report from the Giant's Lair in Plymouth. This one's a bit bigger. This is 50 points of Warmachine versus Hordes, Khador versus Trollbloods. Enjoy.
Alright, cool. So this is a 50-point Khador army. This is led by Commander pIrusk, also known as pIrusk or pIrusk. In his battle group, Spring Conquest, which is my favourite warjack in the whole game. Absolutely love him. He's got 3 units with him. We've got a unit of Winter Guard over here. That's a full unit of 10 guys with the UA, granting them... we've got sprays granted here, and also an order that gives them +2 defence called Bob and Weave. They've also got 2 Rocketeers, and of course Covenant Joe for all his various buffs. Now we've also got a full unit of Man of War Shock Troopers. I've only used these in one game before, a bit of an experiment today, but I really like the models, so I thought I'd give them a go. They get a bit of a bad press, but what can you do? They've also got a full unit of Kiazi Assassins with the underboss. Again, really like these models actually. I don't know why everyone complains about them. And yeah, we've also got a couple of solos along for the ride from the Mercenary faction. We've actually got a unit, 2 solos here, Master Holt and Lady Iana. And we've also got this guy, Silas Wishnalar, who's attached to Commander pIrusk and will be helping him be a magical genius for the rest of the game. So yeah, that's 50 points of Khador.
Okay, this is the Trollbloods army, 50 points of Trollbloods. It's a tier 4 Doomshaper Runes of War army, led by Doomshaper, Shaman of the Gnarls. His battle group consists of Mulg the Ancient, because Mulg, an Axa, a Dire Troll Mauler, and an Earthborn Dire Troll.
I hate that.
There's one solo, Janissa Stonetide. She can summon walls from the earth. There are 4 separate units, 4 3-man units of Trollkin Rune Shapers, and a full unit of the Krill Stone with the unit attachment. This is a tier 4 list. There's 4 benefits in no particular order. Benefits are that these units become a point cheaper. I get 2 free walls, which I've deployed here and here. I get +2 on my deployment zone, and the stone starts loaded with fury for every unit of these, or Janissa herself. The scenario that we're playing today is scenario 11 from the 2014 Steamroller packet, Into the Breach. There's a 12-inch diameter zone in the middle of the board. There's 2 objectives on either player's side, and a flag on the opposite side of the board. Starting from the second player's second turn, you can control the zone for 1 control point, dominate the zone for 2 control points, or dominate the flag for 1 control point. You also get 1 control point if you've destroyed your enemy objective. The first player to 5 control points and having more control points than their opponent is the winner, or by assassination.
Cool. Kiazi Assassins ran. The Winter Guard ran forward too. pIrusk activated and popped superiority onto the Conquest. And he also then advanced and popped Iron Flesh down onto the Winter Guard. The Conquest then ran up 12. Next Covenant Joe ran up and gave these guys Tough and Fearless. Lady Anna and Holt ran up. Silas Wishnalar ran up. And the Man of War Shock Troopers also ran up. And that was turn 1.
Okay, turn 1, most things just ran. All Rune Shapers ran up to about 2/3 up the table. The Mulg, the Axa went advanced, gave Mulg rush. Mulg used it to run around, just towing into the zone. The Earthborn ran up, the Mauler ran up. Doomshaper walked up, put Fortune and Transmute onto Mulg, and added 1 into the stone. Janissa walked up, put a wall in front of Doomshaper, and the stone put their protective aura and combat warding. and advanced up behind the army. Any Trollbloods Turn 1?
Winter Guard received a bob and weave order. He moved up into the zone, took a few shots, killed one of the Runeshapers that was there. Got this guy down to failing a tough check. The Chiesi assassins kind of ran over here and spread out. Going to take a lot of damage next turn, I think, from all the AoEs knocking around. Conquest moved up and took a few more shots around here. Hit Mulg, did a fair amount of damage to Mulg. Blast damage didn't do much. We had Iana and Holt moved up. A couple of shots into this guy's passed about 3 or 4 tough checks this turn, so I'm very cross with him. The shock troopers got a shield wall order and moved up. Joe also ran up here, tough and fearless. Also had a shot at this guy who was just out of range. And Iris moved across, contemplated popping the feet, but decided not to. Did cast inhospitable ground, and Silas just sort of meandered up behind him. And that was the turn. Still much to come.
Okay, Trollbloods Turn 2. Embarrassingly, we've lost the footage for this, so we're just going off a still image for this turn. On the left-hand flank, the Runeshapers advanced and threw some Rockhammer 3-inch AoEs into the Winter Guard, killing a few, and importantly killing the 2 Winter Guard that was stood behind that wall in the middle of the zone. On the right-hand flank, the Runeshapers advanced again and threw some 3-inch AoEs into the Chiesi assassins, missing, scattering around, but still killing a few of the unit. The Mauler walked up and I believe took a swing at the Chiesi in front of him, but I believe missed. The Axer gave his Animus of Rush to Mulg and then advanced up to where he is now. The Stones ran up to give their aura of +2 armour and +1 strength to everyone within the bubble. Janissa advanced, put down a wall, which Doomshaper advanced and hid behind. And then it was the main event. It was Mulg's turn to activate. Mulg is normally speed 4, but having been damaged last turn, he gets +2 speed up to speed 6, and the Rush Animus gives him another +2 movement and, importantly, Pathfinder. So that's a speed of 8, a charge range of 11, and a total threat range of 13 inches. So he charged into the Conquest, and he's not where the model is now, he's where that token is in front of Conquest. So with a total of 5 attacks, plus the extra attack at the end of his activation for his affinity with Doomshaper, did quite a bit of damage to the Colossal, but unfortunately didn't destroy it. So he stood there in the open. To try and protect him a little bit, the Earthborn walked up and gave him the Earthborn's Animus, Transmute, for a total of another +2 armour near that wall. But he still stood there in front of a Conquest, so we'll see what happens next.
Right, so first of all the Winter Guard moved up, did some sprays, cleared out all the Runeshapers that were over here. Before that, Irisk activated and popped his feet and cast Battle Lust on the Chiesi assassins, allocated 3 focus Conquest. Conquest punched Mulg a lot, didn't kill him, but did do a fair amount of damage. Joe then tried to kill this Winter Guard so that the shock troopers could have walked up and finished him off, but it wasn't meant to be. So the shock troopers just advanced a little bit. Iana and Holt had a good turn. They activated before the Conquest, and Iana put Kiss of Lilith on Mulg. And Holt killed the Rune Bearer over here with his awesome shooting. And also forced a tough check over here, which was passed. The Chiesi assassins activated and charges 2 beasts, did a fair bit of damage, but they're both still fully operational, I believe. And Silas just moved there. Cool.
Okay, Troll's turn. Some things went well, some things didn't. I started off here trying to throw it with the Mauler to trample in to kill the Conquest by throwing some AoEs at the Chiesi assassins, which you'll notice are still there. 2 of the Runeshapers aren't. Killed my own Runeshapers with blast damage, or with direct hits. These Runeshapers just walked across. The Mauler wasn't really able to do anything. The Earthborn frenzied
and didn't kill anything. The Axe are frenzied and didn't kill anything. Doomshaper walked up, cast Rush onto Mulg, the idea being to kill the Conquest and then try and goad into pIrusk. Didn't quite manage it, but did kill the Conquest and a Man of War. The Stones put up their aura and ran up here. Janissa went up and put a wall. That's the end of Troll's turn. Still no points, and we'll see what the retribution is.
Well, so these guys, moved up to try and kill Mulg, which didn't work. The Lady Iana tried to put the kiss on Doomy, which also didn't work. Holt shot Doomy, did a little bit of damage. Then pIrusk activated, he put Iron Flesh on the Winter Guard and Basilisk on the Kiazi. The Winter Guard were going to bob and weave and try and shoot Doomshaper, and we could maybe get one Kiazi into melee with him. He moved up to try and shoot Doomshaper with the sword cannon. He did get a hit on the second shot and did a little bit of damage. But because he damaged Doomshaper, this triggered Mulg's ability to move
Protective
2
fit.
inches and then make a melee attack. Mulg moved over here. He's PNS 20 or something crazy. He hit, got a critical, slammed him back into Lady Anna. They're both knocked down. And the damage roll was, pretty good. Dice plus 5, he only needed a 12 on 3 dice, and he rolled 14. So that was one shot. pIrusk dead in his own turn. End of game.
Here's the handshake. Good game.